I don't know if anybody expected this. They released an entirely new game mode, which is basically like a PvP battle royale. So I think we should go through this whole post. We'll go through all the details. I'll give you guys my thoughts. We can have a discussion about it, and I'm curious, what you think. So let's go. With the release of 10.26 content, players can get swept away in the Plunderstorm, a fun, new, limited-time, pirate-themed event, prodigious proportions lasting for the next several weeks. Scour the map and try to be the last pirate standing while dashing across the Irashli Highlands to find abilities, upgrades, and loot plunder to survive. So let's watch the trailer.
Ahoy there! Hope you're ready for a bit of plundering fun. All hands on deck. Time to see what ye sea dogs are made of.
Boom! You got rezzed.
There be treasure awaiting.
Dude, that transmog looks fire though, for real though. That pirate transmog looks sick. Look at that. That shit looks gas.
The plundering adventure's about to begin.
Warfronts are finally back and better than ever before. I don't think it's Warfronts. Okay, so there's another video. Should we watch this Wowcast? Let's look at it. All right, let's be a reaction Andy today.
Hey everyone, welcome to Wowcast. We have a very exciting topic today, and with me I have two special guests.
Hi, I'm Orlando Salvatore. I'm a lead software engineer on WoW.
Hi.
That is some really green hair. I don't think I've ever seen green hair like
Really
that.
happy to be here. I'm Jeremy Fiesel. I'm Associate Game Director on WoW.
So,
Hello, Jeremy.
What is that black flag on the roadmap for 2024?
So when we were thinking about what we wanted to deliver to the players in 2024, what we ended up landing on was that we wanted to do something a little bit different than the things that we did previously in Dragonflight. So that's what we're here to talk about today. It's a brand new event, and we're calling it Plunderstorm.
I like it.
It is a pirate-themed, battle royale-inspired event that takes place entirely within World of Warcraft and is available for all active WoW subscribers. All that said, what do we feel like is like the 3 sentences that encapsulates the coolest parts about it?
So, Plunderstorm is World of Warcraft's take on a battle royale. It's an action-oriented game that lets you customize your build and basically your class every single match. You'll be able to start collecting abilities through chests and by killing monsters, even killing other players, all while trying to avoid a collapsing storm that is pushing players together.
Oh my God.
Is the last team standing ends up winning. And you don't need to go through a quest line, you don't need to go through any previous content to be able to access this. This is immediately accessible for anybody who's an active WoW player.
We expect even the most casual player to be getting tons of plunder and tons of rewards every day. You might even say that the first minute or
The most casual player? I like it. Okay.
two are really a little bit more on the PvE side of things, where you're out fighting monsters, you're collecting a new set of abilities, and there isn't a huge amount of PvP combat until later on in the match. And I think it's important that that's like the core of the game, is the plundering, getting out and collecting chests and collecting items. You don't have to be the last person standing on the map.
Oh, I will be. And I plan on killing everybody. Okay? I mean, if you want to run and hide and be one of those people that is in the bushes the whole game, you can definitely do that, but I'm going to be hunting people from the start to the end.
In order to get a whole bunch of rewards, even just by dropping into the map and completing your starter quest, it gives you a bunch of rewards just for doing the usual things you would do for the first couple of minutes. And so no matter what, you should exit that map with a bunch of plunder, even if you're not the last person standing. So as we were thinking about what the best framework for this would be, it just came to us that, hey, it should actually be an event that feels like it's a little bit outside of the main system. So we talked and we riffed about, hey, what would be the best theme for an event like that? We landed on pirates.
Who doesn't love pirates?
Because who doesn't love pirates? It's a fun theme, but also there's all these different pirate crews around Azeroth, and you've got to ask yourself the question, if you're not the hero of Azeroth, what are you doing on a day-to-day basis?
You're freaking getting plunder, man. I love hiding in bushes. Sometimes I do. Okay.
So we're gonna actually track some of our civilian NPC friends and play as those characters as one of the pirate crews within Azeroth that isn't the hero of Azeroth. All of that came together to give us this theme of Kegleg's crew and the pirate crew, plundering these relics that are being transported across the Highlands.
What will players
I like
see
that it's in
when they
Arathi
jump into
Highlands,
this
actually.
event?
When players enter this new event, they're going to notice that a lot of their core things that they're used to in World of Warcraft are different. When they get into the main menu, they'll have a brand new option available to them, which is the Plunderstorm button. They click on that, that takes them to a separate menu, which shows their character and their friends list. And they'll be able to invite players to their party.
Good morning,
all through
Lika.
the main menu. Normally you need to go into the game to invite another player into your party, but through Plunderstorm, you're actually inviting them through the main menu. Once you're partied up, or if you want to go in solo, you queue up and load into a match. When you load into a match, you'll notice that you're invited into a pregame lobby area where you're able to try out new abilities and try out different mechanics that exist within Plunderstorm.
So one of the coolest things about designing Plunderstorm has been just
these
figuring
abilities look insane. Like, these aren't like normal WoW abilities, I don't think. I think they just made a bunch of like ridiculous abilities.
Where we can break the rules in World of Warcraft. TLDR, when you're thinking about changing up things that dramatically, it no longer made a huge amount of sense for your main character and everything associated with that character. All of your armor sets and all of the weapons and everything that you've collected over the years and your battle pets and your 36 different abilities doesn't necessarily translate directly into this game mode. We wanted to start fresh and do crazy new abilities.
So, as Jeremy mentioned, there's going to be brand new abilities that normally you wouldn't see on classes or characters in there. Because when you're thinking about developing a
little bush following him. Yo, one thing that I heard that you guys might or may not like, this is a rumor that I heard. I heard a rumor that there's 0 add-ons enabled in Plunderstorm. Everybody has 0 add-ons. Allegedly. 0 add-ons are dead. I like it, baby.
Warrior ability, you want it to feel very warrior-esque, or you're developing a mage ability, you want it to feel mage-esque. Well, this, you don't have a class. You're actually going to be building a brand new kit every single time you're going into a match. And your builds may vary match to match because it all depends on what drops for you in the match. Even things like auto attack doesn't work like how it works normally in WoW. It's going to be an active ability that you're constantly using to attack.
Whoa. Okay, so that's the UI. You guys see the UI? So it looks like you have an attack, a potion, and 5 abilities. That's it. You have attack, which is mouse 1, I think, or 1, a potion, and then 5 abilities. Only 7 buttons.
Enemies. One thing that's just baked into your experience is that you're going to have a health pot that's always persistent.
Hey, Ven, they're going to explain all this. Stop pausing. Hey, that's a spoiler. Number 1. Number 2, this is reaction content. Pausing is necessary.
And we've slimmed down the UI compared to what World of Warcraft normally is. You may be used to the 12 buttons on your main action bar, and then you have a bunch of other action bars you can enable. Well, this actually only has 7 total buttons.
Oh my God, look at that!
On an action bar. When you loot an item, it doesn't go to your bag. You don't have a separate frame that you're opening. Everything gets put directly onto your action bars, and then from there, that's also your spells.
What in the world is that
spells,
ability?
Drop abilities, pick up abilities.
Star Bomb? Jesus.
Action bar without needing to manage anything else.
Wait, that thing looked cool.
Really streamlined.
Hold up, we're going back. Look at that. Star Bomb? That thing looks sick.
Abilities all to one.
I want that.
Bar without needing to
make that an arcane
else.
mage spell.
So we've really streamlined and simplified the
What
experience.
the frick?
That whole thing, I think, ends up feeling just wildly different than the way World of Warcraft plays right
Good
now.
morning.
And not only is it action-oriented combat, but you're grabbing your abilities from the ground and then putting them on your bar. You can swap the 4 different abilities as you find new and cool things, or that you find certain synergies that work really well together. And then there's different rarities to the abilities too. So you can get everything from uncommon, rare, all the way up to epic levels of these abilities. You get higher level abilities as you progress in the match, but you may also just get one really early in the match, get super lucked out, and you get epic fire whirl right at the very beginning, and then you can go and wreck some people. And that's one of the things I think that makes it super replayable. Not only do you get a kit of abilities that are always going to feel different in every match, but also how the power curve changes is also going to feel pretty different every match too.
Yeah, you know.
Oh my God, the dopamine spikes of just getting an epic ability. You know, the first chest you open is just some crazy shit and just lets you one-shot everybody. Yes.
We've experimented around with a lot of different spells and abilities, things that normally we couldn't do in World of Warcraft, and that's intentional as well. We want to make sure that when we're coming up with these brand new abilities, that they feel fresh, they feel awesome to press. It's not just about the min-max, but sometimes it's about the impact, oh man, I'm using an ability and this is just the most awesome ability I've ever seen. That's the type of stuff we want to inspire players to kind of jump into the next match and find even more cool stuff.
And you can strategize. One of the reasons why I like playing duos is because it almost feels like you get twice as many abilities, and you can strategize. You're going to be the fire pirate, and I'm going to be the Arcanosphere pirate.
So do solo players and duo players play together?
So the way it works is we have all duos in a match and all solos in a match.
That's good.
Duos, you
I
can
love
also,
that.
You know, pre-form a party with a friend and be able to get into the match with them as well.
I think that it would end up being a little unfair to have solo players on the battlefield with duo players, because duo players are coordinating, they're coordinating their spells.
It would definitely be unfair.
And abilities.
My camera's covering
Really
Beth. I'm
easy to
sorry,
use the
yo.
ping system in game, so that it's really easy for you to communicate even if you're not talking with your partner. So they would already have an advantage, and we wouldn't want to disadvantage a solo player like that. I think that duos also has the revive mechanic too, which is super cool, especially if you're a player that dies first, like I tend to.
Me too. We shouldn't be on the same team then.
Absolutely,
Well, no, that would be good.
I'll be on Orlando's team.
So if your partner dies, you are able to revive them, but you're not reviving them the normal way you would revive a player in WoW. So you don't need to press any extra buttons or collect any spells or items that do this. This is actually just something that is kind of baked into the experience.
I like
if
it.
you die, you'll have a ring around you, your partner can stand on you, and then you'll get revived and able to play the game again. Normally in World of Warcraft, when your character dies, you're looking at your character's corpse and seeing a release button on there. Well, with Thunderstorm, we knew that we wouldn't be able to release. So what are you going to be doing, looking at your corpse the whole time? Well, the engineers, got together and they decided, hey, let's add spectating mode.
Oh, shit.
So once you die, you can actually spectate your teammate until you're either revived or, unfortunately, you're eliminated.
I like
and
this.
Once your team is eliminated, you can spectate anybody on the entire
Oh my
map.
god, man, this looks so fun.
we wanted to really make sure that we're kind of.
Why am I leaving today, man? How is it even possible that my vacation is the exact day this new PvP thing comes out? Like, oh my god, bro.
Things in WoW that normally wouldn't exist in, Dragonflight or in Classic or another variation of WoW, and make this pretty unique to players.
I'm not canceling my trip.
Things that we kind of broke the rules on too, which was there's no fall damage.
And everyone can double jump.
Everyone can double jump. And
Just
people
things that
love
we
it.
thought were fun.
Yeah,
Everyone's illited.
awesome.
These are things that we can't do in World of Warcraft, and that's intentional because that's built around a very different experience. But here we said, well, we love WoW's combat, but we want to change up how you interact with WoW's combat. And we wanted to not only make it different for fighting other players, but also fighting monsters. All the monsters have a different type of abilities that they're going to be able to attack you with. These aren't your normal just auto attack abilities whenever a mob gets on you. These are going to be actually telegraphed abilities that you're going to see cast in front of the monster and be able to sidestep it.
Okay.
So there's actual mechanics tied to all of the monsters that are in the match as well.
Okay,
Everything
haters,
has
whatever.
become kind of more action-oriented combat, and that's one of the things we can accomplish when it's all encapsulated within an event.
On top of that, I think a really cool part of this mode is that there's multiple layers of how you play it. So there's not only the spell acquisition, which we talked about, but also you're leveling through this experience as well. You're getting more health, and you want to get that so that you hopefully by the end of the match have enough level under your belt and enough items under your belt that you can come out on top.
I want to know what.
That's crazy. There's going to be a good mix. You have to level too. That's not in something like Fortnite, right? Like in Fortnite, it's just about leveling your guns, and this you actually have to level up, which gives you like stamina and health, and you got to get spells and stuff. So it feels like there'll be a lot of different strategies you can use. I wonder if it's going to be best to get experience by killing monsters and doing quests, or if it's going to be better to just kill players, And if you do go hunt players, like sometimes when you want to go PvP and kill players, you don't find any. You just don't see any. They're all on the other side of the map or whatever for whatever reason. You can get really screwed that way.
What can I get from Plunderstorm? Because I'm a huge collector, and there's got to be something cool. It's plunder after all.
Oh yeah, no, we've got a ton of rewards, a ton of intentionally pirate-themed rewards coming your way in Plunderstorm. There's 40 renown levels that you can get with Keg Legs Crew, which seems like a lot, but you're going to zip through them pretty quickly. We want this to feel super, super rewarding, so expect to get a renown level, you know, every 4 or 5 matches, at least a renown level.
I think it's 60 per lobby.
Gamer. Every renown level that you level up has a reward associated with it. Everything that you unlock in this mode is also going to unlock in your transmog
Yo, that
set
mog
for
looks good,
all of
though.
your main World of Warcraft characters. And then there's a couple of classic rewards in there as well. If you're a World of Warcraft classic player, you can get a pet and a mount from this.
Is there anything you're doing to make Plunderstorm fair for all players?
One of the things we started discussing early on was whether or not we would support add-ons or try to put the majority of the information players were looking for in the game world.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, World of Warcraft players are some of the smartest players in the world, and we're super excited for
That's very nice. I agree, if I do say so myself.
our players to check this out. One thing that we knew, though, is that we wanted a level playing field for all players to be able to play with. Third-party add-ons are awesome, and they're super cool to see, and what the community comes up with is amazing. But for this, we really wanted everybody to have the same exact experience, which also made it challenging to make the event as well, because we need to make everything super obvious. When you're casting spells or you're attacking enemies, those things, you know, we won't have any assistance from any other add-ons, so we may need to make the game really streamlined and approachable in that way.
I love that.
We've really spent extra time iterating on the UI and the UX, the visual effects in game to make sure everything is as clear as possible.
Is Plunderstorm a reoccurring event?
You know, we're really looking forward to seeing what players think of this event. It's a brand new thing for us. It's super unique and cool and different. And depending on player feedback, we will see what the future
Oh my god, imagine, like, he's gonna say depending on player feedback, we'll see what happens in the future, but imagine it's like so fun and everybody loves it and then they get rid of it. We're so sad.
Plunderstorm looks like. We would love to bring it back in some form. If you like Plunderstorm, you know, please get on the forums, please get on social media, let us know what you think, let us know what you would like to see in a future iteration of it. I think importantly, now that we've got all this great backbone tech set up for creating these sort of in-game events, we can definitely look forward to making more in the future. So let us know what you think.
Feedback is super important for us. It's actually something that we take very seriously, not only externally, but also internally. And we want to make sure this is a fun experience. So just like Jeremy said, get on the forums, get on social media, let us know what you think.
I am so excited to play Plunderstorm, and I'm sure all of you are as well. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks, Bethany. It was great to be here, and we will see you in the Plunderstorm.
Oh my god, that's so funny. They were looking at the... They're trying to coordinate that, and they're looking at different spots. Look at this.
Thanks, Bethany. It was great to be here, and we will see you.
He's looking at the camera, and the other guy's looking somewhere else.
In the Plunderstorm.
I love it. That's amazing. The forums are in shambles. People are going to complain about everything. So this, to me, looks awesome. Like, when I first turned on my stream this morning, there seemed to be a mix. Some people are like, oh my god, like, this looks amazing. I can't wait to play. And then other people are like, I just want them to fix solo shuffle. I think this is going to be really fun, personally. This looks awesome to me. Set sail for Plunderstorm. Okay. Plunge into challenging battle events. I think they probably... So this is the map. It's going to be on Arathi Highlands. Each match is going to be about 10 or 15 minutes long. I don't think they said that. So really short matches. Now, a question I see from a lot of people is, are you going to be able to play this while in solo shuffle queue? That would be very interesting, right? Like, imagine you could have 2 instances of WoW. You're sitting in your DPS queues, and then the other one you're playing like Plunderstorm. You can't, says Super Tease. Okay, well, I guess you can't. Unlucky. Oh, maybe you can if you have 2 WoW accounts like me. So, yeah, I guess if you want to buy the game twice and have 2 different subs, you definitely can, poggers. All right, a Pirate's Life for you. Let's go. Okay, seems like it's going to be really easy. Once you're in Modern WoW, so you need Modern WoW, number 1. It's just going to be something that you can go in game, you can create your character, customize it, you can customize your action abilities, you upgrade your spells like we saw. You have a spectating specter. There's some poggers rewards. This thing is sick. I love the pirate transmog. That's going to be nice for an outlaw rogue. So we can plunder booty. And yeah, let's see what the comments are. I'm sure those will be good. Sure, we got a lot of positivity. So we'll take a moment. You know, which is something that I'm really excited about. I'm stoked. This is an amazing announcement. This is way cooler than I thought it would be. So let's see. This guy says, meh. Now I know why they kept it a secret. Oh, he doesn't sound very positive. What an awesome look to delete the duplicate thread that had over 200 or 400 posts and not this one. I wonder why. Okay. So this guy doesn't seem like he's stoked. Let's continue. Are you effing kidding me? You think we want a battle royale in our game? The real pirates are the friends we made along the way. Laughing my ass off. This was the big reveal. Well, as fast as the hype was there, it's gone. These devs are truly out of touch. Oh my god, man. I feel like we have... Dev, WoW players are the smartest people. WoW player, meh. Some people are just never happy. Well, that's the thing, right? Is World of Warcraft is trying to service so many different players. I feel like PvP players, like, let me ask you guys a question. Are you guys, as a PvP player, is this something that excites you at all? Blizzard has to do something to try to get a new audience, or WoW is eventually going to go the way of every other MMORPG? Yes, 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 meh. Yes, yes, yes. I feel like the majority of people are excited to try something new, especially PvPers, so... You know? This guy says, I take back my negative harsh feedback. I legit thought this is going to be something like rehash content or something that's already been done. I know it's pretty much a battle royale, which I don't like, but I'm willing to try this. Excited to see if it's popular. There we go. Look at this guy. Oh my god, guys. We need to give this guy a little heart on this. Like, this is a very... It's like, okay, you know, I wasn't expecting this, but it looks pretty cool. And it's something I'm not normally excited about, but it's better than some rehash content. Boom. One guy. This guy is pure. We like him. Not even April 1st. Okay. Just another filler from a small indie company. I don't like Battle Royale, so Fortnite, but wow. It sounds awesome. Pure said it right. Yep. A reasonable human being. That's so rare on the internet. This guy goes, oh God, please tell me this is a joke. This is what we've been waiting for. This is horrid. I stay away from PvP for a reason. I'm going after this guy first. Like, when this guy's going in to get his little pirate rewards or whatever, his plunder, I'm going to be looking for Creighton. All right. Target acquired. I was hoping for a Brawlers Guild or some sort of Mage Tower challenge. Yeah, I could see that. Like, if you're someone that wanted the Brawlers Guild or like a Mage Tower, I get that. Bro, they cater to the PvEers hard in the interview. Don't worry, you don't have to get... Don't worry, you don't have to win to get any rewards. Exactly. You love the Brawlers Guild? Yeah, the Brawlers Guild's sick. I could see, like, if you thought it was the Brawlers Guild or like a Mage Tower event, you would be maybe disappointed, but I don't know. I'm really excited about this. I feel like it's something unique. It's something fresh. This is something, too, that, like... What excites me the most about this game mode is it's something that... Like, I have friends that want to try WoW and want to try WoW PvP, but it's really, it's difficult for them to get into it, right? So this might be a way for them to, like, engage with it a little bit, get stoked about the game. New PvP modes, yep. Well, since I deleted the other posts after remake mine, creativity is seriously dead. The whole pirate theme has been beaten to death in this game. Hashtag cringe. Sheesh. Could have done Murlocs, I guess. That would have been. Okie dokie. What's up, Absturge? But yeah, it seems like the positivity is overwhelmingly, or the feedback is overwhelmingly positive. Sorry, you guys, I just woke up. My coffee hasn't fully kicked in. My brain's melting a little bit, but... I wish we had the downvote button. Sheesh! It's mostly negative. I know. Unfortunate. But yeah, it's weird. I like it. What did this guy say? Oh, Super T's linked me something. Yep. It's so interesting. Like, this just makes me realize it's such a difficult job for them to make something that everybody's stoked about. Because for me, this is like, I don't think there could have been a better announcement. like a brand new game mode for PvPers, and it's like completely fresh and unique, and it's something that anyone can play. I like it. When they add anything remotely PvP to the game, the snowflakes melt. Yeah, trying to make a game for everybody ends up making a game for nobody. Well, do you feel like that's what this is? Because I'm looking forward to this. I think all the ones who don't complain. That's a really good point. I feel like most people. Oh, let's read this one. This looks like a nice long post. I'm so disappointed by the decision to go this way. I legitimately wonder who thought doing a PvP-based event like this was a good idea in a game that is primarily PvE and making it seem like an event for everyone. I guess this might bring in new people that like battle royales, maybe. As someone who avoids PvP like the plague, and the rare times I do it, I'm only going to queue as a healer. I won't be engaging in this at all. I guess it's less that it is PvP based, but something focused on solo or duo queue. I was prepared to be disappointed or for this event to be nothing super awesome or special, but I was not prepared to be actively frustrated and angry in the direction this went. I hope the people out there that enjoy battle royales and WoW really do have fun with this event though. Thanks for trying something new, even though I feel like this misses the mark for me. This guy seems like he's like going all over the place. I was prepared to be disappointed, but I was not prepared to be actively frustrated and angry in the direction. But I hope everyone enjoys it and has fun. I know this is like, he goes from being like really unreasonable to reasonable, okay? Prefers a new zone with rares to farm. I mean, a lot of people actually do literally, like I think a lot of people would have been happy if there was just a new, so that's the thing, right? I think a lot of people would have been excited if there was just a new zone where they could farm more pets and mounts and get some sort of new reputation. And but that's like I have zero interest in that. So I'm happy as a PvPer we got something cool, because I think it's been a long time since PvPers have gotten something new and exciting and fresh. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.